Today we are going to continue with the law of total probability, and this time we are going to be taking example 2. So let's see how it goes. Assuming that occupation are grouped into 3 levels: upper, middle, and lower. Before I continue, while I remind you to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button, I'm going to write or state the law of total probability so that we have it in mind as we are solving this problem. So the law of total probability states that, take a smaller pen. So it states that probability of A equal to conditional probability summation of I is equal to 1 to n conditional probability of A given Bi times the unconditional probability of Bi. So you are taking a summation of conditional probabilities of A give all over the Bi's. So now we are still continuing with this example, assuming occupations are grouped into upper, middle, and lower levels. U1 denotes the event that a father's occupation is upper level, and U2 denotes that the son's occupation is lower level. Is upper level. So U is for upper. The subscript, either 1 or 2, represent the father or the son. 1 for the father, 2 is for the son. M1 denotes that the father's occupation is upper level. M2 denotes that M1 denotes that the father's occupation is middle level, or middle level, and U2, M2 denotes that the son's occupation is middle level, and so on. So this actually is a typo, so this will be middle. So putting everything together gives us a table like this, represents the chart that has been taken for a particular city for occupations of the parents and the children. This table is called matrix of transition probabilities. It gives value of conditional probabilities. Now let's see how it goes. Assuming from the father's generation, 10% are in upper level, and 40% are in middle class, and 50% are in lower class. What is the probability that the son is in upper level? So now for the value in row U1 and column U2, we say that if the father is in U, then the probability that the son is in U is 0.45. So basically, this is conditional probabilities has been provided for us. So 0.45 shows that if the father is in U, probability that the son is in U is 0.45. So you read it from left to right, down to top. So if the father is in middle class, probability that the son is in the middle class is 0.7. If the father is in the middle class, probability that the son is in upper level is 0.05, and so on and so forth. Now we want to calculate the probability that the son is in U, given that the father's generation 10% are in U, 40% are in M, and 50% are in L. So first, let's outline what we want to use. In this case, we're interested in finding the probability that the son is in U, right? Good. So in that case, we are trying to find let me tell you that we are trying to find probability that the son is in U. So have it in mind, this is what we are trying to find. Alright, so we are given that P of U2 given U1 is equal to 0.45. So probability of U2 given U1 is equal to 0.45. 0.5. We also have probability of U2 given M1. Probability of U2 given M1, yeah, let's do it that way. M1 is equal to what? 0.05. And probability of U2 given L1 is equal to what? 0.01. Now, is it possible for us to state the law of total probability given using this formula that we have here? Let's see. For the values in rows U1 and M2, we say that, okay, that we've talked about. We say the probability that the sun is in U is given by the summation of three conditional probabilities. And these are the three conditional probabilities that we already have. So now let's write the law of total probability in terms of this probability of U2. So we have probability of U2 equals, we are now summing up the conditional probabilities using the law of total probability. And I have probability of U2 given U1 times the probability of U1 plus probability of U2 given M1 times the probability of M1 plus probability of U2 given L1 times the probability of L1. So this is the law of total probability. We've stated it out in this way. So this is how it is going to be for us to get the value for U2. So now we already have, let me take a reference. We already have this, we have this, we have this. Now we need to find out this, and this. So from the question, it tells us that, let's look at the question again. It tells us that the father's generation, 10% time U, 40% time M, and 50% time L. So this is unconditional probabilities that have been provided for us in the question. So it means that probability of U1 equals 10%, which is 0.1. Probability of M1 equals what? 0.5. And probability of L1 equals what? Equals 0.5, while this is 0.4. Let me take an eraser and make this correct. So this is 0.4 because we have 40% at that point. So we have 0.4. That is this 40% for M. So if we now multiply out what we have, we'll have that in this case we have 0.45 times 0.1 plus 0.05 times 0.4 plus 0.01 times 0.5. So if we multiply out, 0.45 times 0.1 should actually give us 0.045. plus 0.05 times 0.4 will give us 0 I think it should give us 0.02. So it's going to give us 0.2, 0.02. So let me write it clearly. I'll recommend you do this also by yourself in a pen, using a pen and a paper. So it gives us 0.02 plus, in this case we have 0.005, right? Okay, so if we sum everything together, it's going to give us, let's take a calculator so we'll make sure that we are not missing out anything. So we have 0.045 plus 0.02 plus 0.005 equals. So we have it as 0.7 equals 0.07. So what does it mean? It means that, let's go back to the question. It means that the probability that the sun is in you, given that the probability that the sun is in you is 0.07. This time is not conditional probability. The probability that the children is in you is 0.07. So try to play around with it. So the explanation is clear. I've made it clear in my website so that if you miss out something, you can actually go back and read. Let me think of giving you an assignment now. In the same way, calculate PM2. Yeah, there's an assignment for you. Let me write it right so that you know that you must do it. Assignment. Finds A P of M2 and B finds P of L2. So these are your assignments. Do it and then leave the comments, leave the answer in the comment box below, and I'll check how much you understood it. We are not done with probabilities. We are still working with conditional probabilities, and we are still working with laws of total probability. And we have one more example to solve, still based on the matrix of transition probabilities. Suppose the sun is in U2, what's the probability that the father is in level U1? So this we are going to look at in the next lesson. I'd like to thank you for viewing, and also remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment for me.